Hi, welcome back to
We've all got dead people.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Bunny.
Let's begin.
Yeah.
So I thought for Ep 2, I mean, we're debating a lot about this because I think all of the themes are kind of a bit of a clusterfuck and we'll just blend, but like we'll return back to different themes over time, I think, because I was saying like for some of them, our character arc hasn't like... We're not at the end yet. I mean, not that there's an end, but we're in like the conflict stage. But yeah, so this episode is mental health and feelings.
Yes.
And I basically got like a journal because I wanted to write down like feelings over time, because I know from like when I was younger and I had an eating disorder, I forgot like all of those really early feelings because your brain does just adapt to forget stuff that's traumatizing. Anyway, so I've got them here, the trauma. Is there anything you want to start off with, or should I just like hit you with some stuff and then you react?
I think, I just think you get into it and then we go off of your ideas, and I think
Okie dokes.
That's what we shall do.
So, oh, Jesus Christ. These are a bit deep. This might be a bit of a mess because I'm going to try and pick stuff that's like conversational. Some of it isn't. There's even poetry in here. So I guess I've written down a lot of different analogies. So, okay, in terms of like actual feelings, I've written, so these are like early stages of grief. I said that I felt like I was in a constant stress state, bracing for impact, and just a feeling of white knuckling. And then just slowing down and like a lack of motivation and brain fog. And then, Jesus, it's like maybe feel depressed.
Yeah. I think maybe what we should try and start to talk about is like, not the beginning, because I know we kind of covered that.
No, you're right, let's do that.
But I think it's more about the emotional breakdown throughout the different stages, because I feel like now I'm processing it, whereas before I wasn't.
Same.
And I think Mum's dying process just kind of went on for so long at the end. I remember like saying to my therapist, like, I've accepted that it's happening. Like, I'm doing the stages of grief in reverse. It was like, I've accepted that she's going to die and I want to process the other stages now. But I've accepted that she's going to die and I need her to die so I can move on with my life.
Yeah.
Like,
we were both stuck in that. And it was constant, just like stress.
It's just Groundhog Day.
I don't know about you, but like in the beginning, I actually was super productive. Like I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym, and I was all like, yeah, like, you know, listening to like hardcore music, and like if she can't be fit and healthy, I'm gonna be like superhuman, and like maxing out on work, basically just being avoidant. To be fair.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say productive. I'd just say I think I was just trying to be busy.
Going. Busy. No, do you know what? Busy is so right, because it wasn't necessarily good quality work. It was just like
avoiding,
just going.
Yeah.
And that pairs with what we were saying in the last episode about the like going home one weekend, partying hard the next week, like how we filled our time. And then other things I've written down. So at that stage you're in like a constant fight. It feels like fight or flight stage. And then I've said about pressure to do the good or right thing. I definitely felt this pressure to be like a good daughter, and you know, like, do we go home this weekend, do we not, how do we feel about this? Like, as Mum got more kind of disabled and deteriorated into more vegetative state, it was like, you know, we had to crack jokes because how do you get through? But then equally, it's like, oh, fuck.
And I guess going off like the doing the right thing, originally I didn't want to be there for Mum's death.
Same.
And it was like really... Oh,
no, I did for the death, but you didn't.
It was like, everyone was questioning me, do you want to be there? And obviously, like, my initial response was, fuck no, I don't want to watch my mum die. Like, who wants to do that?
I felt a lot of self-loathing. And I didn't want to tell people about it because I felt it was too self-indulgent or dramatic. Like, I struggled with that. It was like 1 week at work, I'd be like, you know, if I don't want to talk about fucking, I don't know, like Haley Rhodes' new lipstick phone case thing, like I don't care about that launch, and then it's like us going home and dealing with this thing, or like the duality at work I remember being really tough, just the shallow level stuff, and then this complete other world of going home and it being really deep, but then also feeling like, are we making a big deal of them dying? Like,
I mean, for me it was just like the journey and just being like on that journey back and like forth like a lot, and I think it was more because I was so surrounded by all these different strangers. It was like all these people on different paths and they're just so oblivious and just like going to work or going home. And for me, it's like sat there journaling, trying not to bawl my eyes out between every single train journey, because it's like I'm visiting my dying mother. And it was just like this constant journey and just watching all these other people like laugh and giggle, and it's just like people are just so... It's like the duality of like the two worlds thing, but I can't imagine like fashion and just people being oblivious.
Yeah, it was just like insane. And also that's also the environment I was in. It's very like sugary, fashiony stuff. And then the anecdotes of if I did kind of like reference stuff that was happening at home, like it really, we'll talk about how people reacted, but yeah, it really cut people and they'd kind of go awkward and wouldn't know how to react, or which I do understand. I think at this stage as well, thinking about it, this is where for me, I don't know why I did it, but when people would be like, how are you? And I'd be like, or they'd be like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. Like, it's just one of life's things, because I feel like I'd been listening to so many...
But do you
just,
not
just
think
that whole narrative of like, we're going to be stronger from this.
But do you not think that's just like the whole denial thing? Like not fully accepting it?
You're so right. Like fully.
Just like, I'm good.
Just
like I'm fine. Because I think
fine.
for me, no one really asked me how I was, or everyone kind of avoided it. And like I was saying in the last episode about this whole like the BoJack thing, when it's like you have to comfort people, it's really hard when they ask you about it, because it's not for you, it's low-key for them. So it's
and it is triggering for some people.
Exactly, that's the thing. So it's hard to...
Whether they've experienced grief or not, yeah, some people are more sensitive.
I mean, it's just easier to open up to people who have lost. But it's like, it's hard, because I mean, I am trying to think back, and it's really hard trying to think back, but I don't think many people did check up, or like, because it was like the initial news, and then because that was just is what it was. And I think what it was is it was the way that I was reacting.
It's that paired with it's cancer, so she's got a couple years, this is like, let's not react right now type of thing. So that's how other people viewed it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing with cancer, you do expect it to be a longer time, but for us it just wasn't. But anyway, I just think that like, no one was probably asking me and stuff, because I think I was just so, everything's fine, I'm fine, like it's good, it's just, again, it's just a part of life, just got to live through it, like it's just normal. And I think that was like the denial, and then just not wanting to accept it. God, there's so much stuff I've written down that I want to kind of go through, but I've said about displacing feelings with compulsive behaviour, so drinking, substances now and then. It was summer as well, and like we're in Brixton and there's all the festivals in Brockwell Park. I had a great summer, I don't regret any of it, but I also, went through a stage where I was using dating apps and having fun, and that was really interesting, because I had like the initial stage of fuck it, like I'm gonna meet interesting people, and then I'd tell them a story and they'd be like, wow, you're amazing, and then we'd like hook up. And weirdly, I think it was a bit of a like thing for like people found it not hot, but like just interesting. It's personality. Like, wow, like mum with dying girl, wow, interesting. Wow, deep, but also like fun, and like, and I'd be like, edgy. So then there was that, and then obviously it's like a dopamine hit. And then it was like the feeling of just, actually I just want to chat to someone. And then I realised eventually, so first it was distraction, then it was just the physical feeling of like dopamine and closeness with someone. And then I was like, oh wait, actually, like what I really want at this point, this is like over time, is just the hug at the end. And then I was like, right, I need to stop this whole like casual thing. I found when I ignored the grief, and this was in the early stages, it really physically manifested in my body
So I've written like panic attacks, chest pain,
I swear
and couldn't breathe.
we both had UTIs at the same week.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
And that's like linked to stress.
Yeah, and I've had like tonsillitis,
like, I remember
ear
being
infections.
on TikTok, and the first thing I saw was being a girl was getting UTI and your whole entire life falling apart. And I was like, well, that's just fucking great.
It's when you run
Good
down.
timing.
But it was a lot of like, this was when I was at work and I was like, pow through gym, and I'd just have sudden feelings where I wasn't even thinking about her, but I'd get just, in the mornings, I'd get a massive weight on my chest of like, fuck, like deep questions about the world and my purpose and mum and life. And then also just when you have like your first big heartbreak, that kind of heart-wrenching, twisting feeling, you get that, but intensified, just a real like, oh God. And I feel like I stopped breathing then.
I think it's also like the reminder during the day, and it was like the heart dropping to the pit of your stomach, like, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
and it's just that feeling.
God.
And I feel like the more, I mean, I know that I avoided it, and I know that you avoided it, so it's like going on about your day, just avoiding, stay busy, and then you'd stop and you'd remember, and it'd just be like, ugh. And then it was like trying to regain that afterwards. It was,
I remember being at like a party here, or like had people over, and I smoked a cigarette on my own in the front garden because I don't smoke. I'm a square, okay? I just end up in cool scenarios now and then. And I like had this ciggy that I got someone to roll for me, and I was embarrassed. I didn't smoke in front of people because I have bitch ass lungs, childhood asthma. Just said to myself one day it was gone. Anyway,
it's not gone.
It's neither here nor there. Can't do cardio. So I was like on my own, sat on the front step, like having this cigarette, and I was like, this is so nice, because I was using my full lung capacity, and I was like, oh my God, I need to breathe. So that's actually something I'm trying to start now, is like meditation, or I used to do yoga. I need to bring that back. Maybe we'll do a whole, when we've got our shit together, like coping strategies. I do want to talk about like resources I've used, therapy, useful notes, but I feel like that's maybe a bit further down the line. I've got more stuff. On the sleeping with people, I've put like yearning for connection and unconditional love. Oh my God, mourning who we could have been and who we used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I think the fact that we just both cringed at that is like, I didn't even know. That's hard. But I mean, I feel like this could be a whole episode in itself. Sure. And I mean, I feel like with me, I see photos of my past self and I grieve that anyway. And I've always done that. Like, it's just like that gut feeling of like, oh, I used to be so pretty, I used to be so hot, and I didn't appreciate it. And just like small things like that. Whereas now with the mum thing, it's like, I know that I'm 19, but for me, I still feel like I should be a child. And it's like, it's just like childhood's just been cut short. And the thing is, like, with the diagnosis being like when I was officially 18 as well, that was just like, that's it. That's the end. Welcome to adulthood. Like, this is it.
No childhood anymore.
Yeah.
No joy.
So that's, for me, like, that's the
Jesus
mourning past self. Like, and this is why I find it really upsetting, is because everyone around me can still be a child up until they're like 30s, because they can fall back on their parents.
That's
whereas
true.
We don't really have that as much. And I mean, you don't, because you're already working as an adult. But I mean, for me, I think it's going to take me a couple of years to get to where I want to be. But now I feel like there's this overwhelming pressure that I have to do really well because I don't have mum to fall back on. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted then and went on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
It was... Oh my God, wait. Fuck. It's really weird trying to cast your mind back, because it really, I feel like we've gone through a lot of stages.
So quick.
I was really angry in the beginning and resentful of... I'd just started, as she got sick, I've said before, making contacts, going to parties and events, and, you know, pushing myself at work, was in the right environment, and I really was like, I'm ready to succeed now. I can't, and that broke my heart. I was like, I'm going to have to just ice it for a year, and this is a year that I've lost, and that's... had to accept that was fine. And now I'm like, yeah, it's completely fine. But at the time, like, I remember that being, heartbreaking. Like, that was just not yeah, it was really, I was like, fuck, what could have been? Where could I be? You know, like I could be at like this level by next year, and these are contacts kind of made. But also, like, it's really interesting. I spoke to like a family friend who's quite like spiritual, and she gave me like acupuncture, like over time, every couple of weeks, and like she'd also would just chat for a bit. And she was saying like, she was like, what do you want to do long term? Like, what's your goal? What's your dreams? And I was like, oh, like I completely had just like lost like, well, joy, but also just like my, yeah, like we became realists,
but like,
yeah. Which stems back to your thing of saying, oh, I can't be a kid anymore. It's just like, right, so now we need to just do what's in front of us.
For me, it's like I've kind of had the opposite of that, because for so long I've been saying like, I don't know what I want to do, but my dream is to be like a photographer in New York. But like in my mind, I know that that's not realistic. But now with everything going on, it's like I have to be the best of the best, and I have to get there. And it's like I have to do something with my life, and it's like that whole thing of questioning my purpose. And I do. There are some days where I'm like, uni is my bubble right now, but once that's over, it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Oh wait, anxiety. Anxiety. Biggest grief feeling. I just feel I had anxiety really bad when I was little, and then like I'd be in school and I'd just kind of be like, I couldn't eat lunch, I'd throw it up, and just like very anxious little like clingy kid. I say clingy, mum was away a lot, so I don't really, well, that's probably why I was clingy. Yeah. Anxiously attached. Or insecure attachment, anyway. But yeah, like went to high school, was also really anxious. Mum was very much the parent of just like, you go on. Go figure it out. So then I just got over it through there's loads of that. Then I had an eating disorder, it manifested in that. And then it went away and I was like, ooh, cool, I don't have anxiety anymore. I felt throughout this process and now, because of the whole, it's not just anxiety, it's not anxiety about stupid small things anymore, which isn't, that's nice. Being able to, other people stressing about dumb shit and you're like, well, it's not important. But the bigger existential constant dread in the morning, or the, you know, and actually again I'd written down like the feeling of us being our home now, and like it makes every decision feel bigger, that's the thing, I think, because we're in control. What I was saying and what I've like been saying to myself as well is like, mum, because we moved so much throughout our childhood, home has never been a place, it's been mum. Fuck, that's deep. That's my point. So now that she's gone, it's like I think that's why I'm so attached to my fucking boyfriend, is because like he is my home and sense of security. And like he's the person that I feel the safest with. But like going back to your point of like, we are our own homes, we have to make families and we have to be our own support now. And that's terrifying. But I also just would like to like reiterate a point that we said before in our footage that got fucked, which is like related to anxiety, and it's worrying about something that's really minor, and then it's that realization of this doesn't fucking matter, and then you just drop it. Like I feel like during everything going on, I would stress, and then I don't know if you had this, but I would stress and I would be like, wait, this doesn't fucking matter. None of this matters, because like mum's dying. We're all gonna die at some point. Like nothing fucking matters. I'm spiraling again. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, literally. But it's weird. Yeah, it helps you really prioritise in your own life what you want, and that type of thing obviously puts more pressure on us, and the creating home feeling. I can't wait for the day where I'm like, fuck, I'm so comfortable in myself, like I can be there for myself, and I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting there, it's all right, but my confidence was massively knocked throughout grief, which I didn't realise. And I went on like a last minute trip I basically, just after mum died, went on a trip to Greece with my mate. Like she is half Greek, so like stayed with her and a load of friends. I hadn't sunk in then at all. This was like a week. Went straight back to work, and because it was summer, like neither of the big bosses were there. And everyone else was like, Amy, like you realise you don't have to be here right now. I was like, great, because I didn't know for grief leave or bereavement leave, I didn't know how long you got, and it varies from company to company. I knew it could be around like 2 weeks. Yeah. As a minimum. And so, yeah, then went to Sri Lanka, went to a surf camp to fit. Did I talk about this last time? I can't remember. I think I did.
I don't think you did.
Okay, well, anyway, I went to Sri Lanka, Hirakatia, South Coast area, because I read on Condé Nast, it's the shortest of Sri Lanka. It's so embarrassing, but anyway. Ended up being quite expensive, but yeah, went to a surf camp because I thought I was going to be like looked after and I wouldn't have to think about stuff, which is true. But I also was like, if I feel pain, it's going to make me grieve, which it did. And then I was like, shit, I'm trapped in a dorm. To be fair, there were 2 lovely girls there, it was fine. I was like, I'm in a dorm, I'm feeling very upset, there's nowhere to go. The surf people don't really get it, like the people running it. You know, like I'm there in like a yoga class and getting like really upset and I'm like, oh God, this is embarrassing. And also the sea, it was like the wrong season to learn how to surf. The beach was really fucking difficult. I'm getting washing machine smacked up by the board.
She's also really clumsy and might have dyspraxia.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to be good at surfing. That's why I forced myself to do it. But also this year I saw a TikTok, fucking hell, where basically this woman's like, you know, all those things that you've historically picked in guys that you think are attractive, it means you need to just do them. So mine are like playing guitar, surfing, maybe learning how to like fucking DJ, like mix some beats a bit.
Which are all low-key red flags in guys, but sure.
Yeah, exactly. But so I was like, fine, fuck it. I'll, you know, tick the surfing one off. And it did really work. But anyway, so did that. Very quickly realised that I'd rather just be on a beach on my own and actually have my own itinerary and just chill. But the camp ended up being great. It's just, I did almost quit at one point. I messaged you. I was like, fuck, like, I don't know what I'm doing. But then when I realised I was going to be shit and didn't take myself seriously and just gave in to being upset, then I was fine. But yeah, and then on my way back from this camp, did a little backpacking back through the middle of Sri Lanka and then went home. Like, made a load of friends on this trip. And just nice to be around like people from different parts of the world. Really amazing. But got my confidence back in doing that. And more from I guess it helped with the whole like literally being like, okay, I'm on my own right now. Do I feel safe? Yeah, for the most part. There was one place I went to in Sri Lanka, like the city, and it was quite colonial and old school, and they didn't really get female travellers, and I was like, not a fan of the vibe here. Bad vibes. But the coastal area and Ella was amazing because it's just young Sri Lankan people like really proud about their, you know, their country and just trying to like tell people about it. Jesus.
That's what you did.
I just
threw myself off a plane when Mum died, but...
Yeah, you did. That was fucking crazy. I got back from my trip and then Bunny's casually like, oh, I'm going skydiving.
Well, the thing was, we literally had a conversation and you were like, oh, I want to do some really spontaneous shit. And I was like, yeah, let's go skydiving. And you went, no, let's not do that. And I was like, okay, fine. And then I had the opportunity to go and I thought, you know what, I might as well raise some money for it, which I feel like is quite a stereotypical thing to do, but also like when else am I going to fucking raise money?
I'm not doing it.
So yeah, no, I raised money for brain cancer charity, like the brain cancer charity. I think it was about like $1,500 maybe, which was really good. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And that was an insane experience. Yeah. I mean, I think it's really interesting because like there's a song that I really like that's called Free Fall by Rainbow Kitten Surprise. And like, I always associate that song with like, I mean, it is literally about throwing yourself off a fucking cliff, low key. But like, in my mind, that's what was playing when I like was falling off of this plane. And it was a really scary but like fun experience. I don't know if I'd do it again, but it was just like the moment of free falling. And then, yeah, I knew my favourite part would just be like, the silence of just floating, because once the parachute went up, you're just flying around, you're seeing these views, and it was just like, grounding, even though I was fucking miles in the air. But like,
see, there's stuff wider than you going on in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is, so when I was on my holiday in Greece, I had a couple, it's basically this island. I'm not going to name it because we want to keep it secret. But we're on this island where she lives, my best mate. And yeah, she's been amazing throughout all of this. We'll have to do a friends and relationships episode.
Yeah, no, we will.
But yeah, I'm at Artemis's place, and we do a lot of hiking. It's really fucking hot. And like jumping off like rocks and like scaling rocks to get back up on the beach and all this stuff. A lot of injuries were sustained. It was one day where we all took these little boats out, and I basically tried to need to pee. We parked up in the middle of the ocean, and I'm like I'm stood on this, we're not anchored, I'm like stood on this boat like this, and I was like, I can't swan dive. So I'm gonna have to jump. I jumped and caught my foot on the rail on the boat, cut part of it. And then was like, ow. And
it's that feeling when you're like a kid.
Yeah, it makes you upset. Exactly, like, I need my mum.
And it's like that instant, like, if you're like running in a playground, you just fall flat on your face. It's like, oh, Mum.
And I had that when I got drowned a couple times almost at surf camp. And again, I jumped off it, or tried to jump off a big rock in Paxos and couldn't do it. And I felt really like, and we both said that repeatedly. Yeah. That, I don't know if that's going to go away for a long time. You also kept throwing your mum jokes at each other because that's quite normal.
No, my whole entire humour is based on your mum jokes. So it's like, now what am I supposed to fucking do? Because if I do it at someone, I always go, your mum.
Yeah, and we'd be like ragging each other, and we'd be like, this is what's so funny anymore.
Is that like my housemates do it to me and they're like, never mind, like halfway through. But like the thing is, humour is just the way forward. Like it is. I feel like, especially in our family, like you just have to do it to get through it. Like, it's just...
And most of the time it's so good.
Funny.
We'll talk about it more in the dying bit.
But nothing's as bad as when you make a joke and no one laughs. It's like, please laugh, otherwise I look like the bad person for making a joke about my dead mum. Yeah, like, and I'm like, I literally go, fucking laugh. Yeah, laugh, please.
But yeah, I don't know. It became less, or like we'd make jokes about mum and the different states she was in, and like sometimes it would help and other times it would be like...
we'd say it and then we'd be like, oh.
Literally, like, that doesn't feel good.
But yeah, no, I feel like I do really want to briefly just kind of talk about me, but basically, I mean, I don't really know where to kind of begin, but I haven't
just start.
I haven't been like, not okay, but I feel like I haven't... I don't know. I don't want to say depressed because I'm not like officially diagnosed, but there's been like okay. Well,
it's legit.
Yeah. Well, I feel like for a long time now, I've been depressed, and like I've just suffered a lot and gone through school and managed to do college, and for me, college was like the worst year of my life, and like. I mean, I don't really want to, like, talk about it, too much. Like, stuff was done. So it's like, I don't know. It's just, I wasn't in a good place, was finally getting better, started uni, had a really shit, like, couple of weeks, basically didn't know anyone, was really isolated, and I feel like mum did baby me. So it was like...
Yeah, she did fuck things up a bit in that retrospect.
It was having the support from mum to just being at uni with no one, knowing no one. And I knew it was going to be a big jump, but I just didn't expect it.
Sorry. You were really fucking depressed. Like, mum had to push you to shower, to do everything. You know, like, she needed to push you to finish your work to get through sixth form.
Yeah. No, exactly. So I think uni was, like, the big fuck. Okay, I'm 4 hours away from mum. I have to do everything independently, have no friends. And then I... started making friends, and then everything started getting better, and then met my boyfriend, started like my relationship was finally getting better, and then we had mum's diagnosis, and I feel like that was the real like, okay, I don't really know what to do now, but like I was saying to you, on the night that she went to text me to tell me, the message that I had sent to her was, I think it's getting worse again. And that was like, maybe if mum didn't get diagnosed, maybe I would have gone through that phase again. Maybe I would still be in the place that I was all this time. But I think the grief depression is so different to normal depression, and I don't know if anyone's experienced this because I think it's hard, but like before I genuinely did want to fucking kill myself, whereas now it's like I want to die, but because mum's dead, it's like I have a reason to stay alive, and that's like my motivation. And it's more like, it's just obviously like, yeah, the sludginess is there. Like, I don't want to do anything. I can't be bothered to do anything. But also, like, I'm still motivated to do things. And I do want to continue on with life. But it's still just the overwhelming, like...
I feel exactly the same.
It's like the darkness in the abyss is, like, behind me.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to reference BoJack, but it's like, you know, in that like one of the final episodes when it's like the darkness is consuming in the tar, it's like that feels like it's creeping up to me, and it's like I'm just trying to like bat it away, and it will be fine. But like it's still overwhelming, and I mean now that it's winter as well, it's like oh fuck. But
no, you're right. It's different. We've got a wider worldview of what we want to achieve and we want to live for her. But right now it's very sludgy and it's heavy, and I feel I'm in the depression stage. As well. I've never suffered depression.
But like I said, I think I'm more in the anger stage now. But
well, we'll keep you updated. Yeah. But you've grown. It's really interesting. Like Bunny went from being just completely, fucking depressed and couldn't do anything, and I just didn't get it because I'm a fucking idiot. Like I've had my own mental health issues, but so I got better from like the mindset of like, I don't know, like self-improvement, feeling better over time. Which isn't true, because when I was 16, I wanted to die. Yeah. When I had my eating disorder, and then mum basically was like, look at what you're doing to your sister and me. This is so selfish. Fucking try for us. And I did. And then I got better. But because of that whole, like, you have to start and then see how things improve, that's what I said to you. That's not how depression works. Yeah. But you've grown so deep. But you've grown so much over the past, where I might have regressed a bit. You're a different person
I'm
now.
a completely different person to who I was a year ago.
You've
or
grown,
even 6 months
you've done
ago.
like 4 years of growth in like 3 months.
Yeah.
Well, not 6 months.
6 months.
But there was a moment where mum was like vegetabilised essentially. I don't know if that's PC, but she's in the bed and I was trying to drip feed her water. I was getting really aggressive because I'm not a nurturing person at all. And Bunny, we were there at the same time, the whole family's there. And she just, I'm getting all like trying to do it because I'm like, why are we doing this? This is crazy. And you just pull me to one side and you're like, I can't even remember what you said. But you were like, I referenced this to so many people.
No, I just said, you got to get your shit together.
No, you were like, this sucks. We're all here. You all know it's shit. But like, fucking get your shit together. And you would, throughout this whole process and life, just been sick of me being like, I'm the older sister. You're younger. You don't know shit. And even recently, I don't know if you've noticed, since you did that, I'm now like, we're on an equal path. Have you not realised that? I never put you down anymore. Because I'm like, okay, we're matched now. Like,
I can't really explain that moment, but I just think, you're not a nurturing person at all. And this is like your worst fear, and also especially it happening to mum. It was just really overwhelming. And it was this whole thing of like, we thought mum was going to die quicker than she did. I mean, we can go into this in another episode, but we just... It was longer than we thought, and we were all so sick and tired, and there was just so many people, and it was just overwhelming. And you just were like getting, I can't explain it, like you were just getting Amy about it, and you were just kind of going weird and like getting all funny, and I'm like, this is your fucking mum that you're trying to feed like water, bro. Like, and then I was like, I think I remember going, Amy, can I pull you for a chat? Like Love Island, can I pull you for a chat real quick?
I think it was like, I think we should step outside. Yeah. God. Stress. But you're so solid now. And I think Dimitri is great with Bunny.
Yeah. Who was my boyfriend, by the way.
Yeah, and your relationship is so solid, and he really is a great support.
Yeah.
But I think you'd be fine on your own. As in, not that's a suggestion. But like my biggest fear from my experience, which again, I was like, Bunny, you're fucking stupid, and like, you don't understand, like, this is your first love and it will end, and like, you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, because I didn't do that when I was like 17. But like, you'll be fine. It's so different.
I think I've been on my own for so long before that I know how to not be.
Exactly. Like, and also like your housemates.
Yeah, I mean, friends are really important to me, but we can discuss this in, I mean, probably next episode.
Is that a good place to wrap up for the next friends and stuff? And then we'll do another episode on, dying and things you don't want to think about your mum, but
have to.
Absolutely.
Because you have to experience it and live it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, is there anything else you want to say on depression, or do you want to leave it there?
I don't know. One thing I would like to say is if, like, you are feeling shit, just reach out. And it does get better. It can get worse. It does get better a little bit. But just reach out. Because what I found is that if you reach out, everyone's supportive and will care, and it does get better.
A lot of the time, oh my God, people don't know what to do, and I didn't realise this until recently. People want to help so bad, the good people, so you just have to ask.
Yeah, ask for fucking help.
I'm gonna try.
Just ask, because I think the reason why I got so bad is because I never opened up to anyone. I didn't even open up to Mum.
That's true.
And that's the thing. It took me like 3 different therapists to be like, you need to fucking speak to your mum. And I was like, oh, okay. So like, then eventually Mum was the one person that I spoke to about it. And now I don't have that anymore. But like, is what it is, unfortunately. But like, my point is just reach out.
Yeah.
Or journal. Just find different ways and it will get better.
I guess as well, the thing that we've got now is like the whole, so you said about being on trains and being like, fuck these people.
Yeah.
I had that, but also being on trains and seeing people with babies and that type of thing while she was dying.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's so much going on.
There is.
There's so much, this whole year, I don't know for you, for me, it's felt like the best and worst year of my life. There's been so much good, and I feel like we can get anything that we want. Equally, everything, I always feel like the bear thing of like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? Like, I constantly feel like when's the rug going from underneath me? Or we both have it now. Whenever we're too happy, it's just like, oh, no, I can't be this happy.
Yeah.
You can't be this happy.
There's always like the guilt of like, I'm not allowed to be
and you come
happy.
down really hard. I'm at a stage now, I think you are as well, where you're either really happy
or you're just
really like, there's no like, just like chill.
Yeah.
There's no chill. And actually, I think we're going to have to do an episode on work and just how we feel like that, because I'm now thinking about it and I'm like, Jesus. But should we wrap up?
Yeah, I think we should.
There's so many ideas.
There is so much to speak
about. It's hard to...
So tune in for next week.
Hell yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
We've been Amy and Bunny on We've All Got Dead People.
I've got dead people.
I've got the dead people.
I got the dead people. No,
we do got dead people. We've all got dead people. See, it's just a great name.